applications and meeting with them and things like that and praying about and for them. And I'm excited to announce today that we are adding some new members to the church's council today. Actually, they've already been added, but we're going to do that in an official kind of a way this morning. Because for the past several years, we've kind of just been doing our best as a small council, just to kind of muddle our way through with only a few people. But over the past couple of years especially, we've had the chance to get to know the character and just the nature of the men that we've finally added to our team. And I truly believe that adding quality leadership in a church is the key to its growth. I really believe that. I believe everything kind of rises and falls on leadership in a church. And so the more we add quality, mature, spiritual, Holy Spirit-led leadership, the more our church is going to grow, the more it's going to benefit, the more it's going to prosper. So this morning, I just want to formally introduce you to the current and new Northstar Church Council, starting with James Clevenger. Come on up, James. Yeah, come all the way up onto the top platform, please. And I think we might want to get a couple of pictures at some point. So if I could get maybe a volunteer to come over here and move all of these items and this stool kind of off stage, we might want to get a few pictures up here. And then I'm going to have you switch over to this side, please. Right. Come on over here. Yep, sorry. Yeah, we're going to get this kind of cleared off while we're doing these announcements, and that way we can get a few pictures for our website. Now, James, who you can tell has a servant's heart. James, just, you let them do that. Come here. James comes to us from an Army background, and he brings a strong sense of duty, a strong sense of leadership and loyalty to the team. And James and Sandra and their beautiful family have already been such a blessing to Northstar in so many ways. And his character has just been shown over the past couple of years to just be exemplary. So we're excited to have him as part of the team. All right, where's Chuck Brandon? Come on up, Chuck. You're the next contestant. No, come on down. How's that work? Come on up. We probably should have put the stairs over there today, huh? That would have been smart. Come on over around this side. All right, so Chuck and Dolly have been with us for a whole lot longer than I realized. We happened to be talking a while ago, and I'm like, have you been with us that long? And I was kind of surprised, because they're always out of town. That's why. But they've been with us for longer than I realized when we started this whole discussion. Chuck brings a wealth of knowledge as a former professor, soldier, and even a kids pastor. I don't know if you know he has that in his background. He's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, and he's been serving the Lord for a long, long, long time. And that means he brings a certain maturity and a certain experience to the Northstar team that we are so blessed to have on the team. Chris Summers, where are you at? I can't see. There's a big glare coming in from outside, so sorry if I can't see you out there. I know what you're thinking. Chris is not really new to the team. Chris has served on the council actually since before I came to Northstar. Now, normally someone wouldn't be able to serve on the council this long. It's 2-year terms, and then they come off for a year, and they can serve 2 years again, and then that's it. But he's stayed the course when we've been short on council members. And he's been willing to serve while we've been trying to raise up new leaders, because it's not something we take lightly. We weren't just going to meet you for the first time and put you on the board, right? We believe that character has to be proven. You have to be at the church for a while. We have to see integrity and whatnot. And Chris has been here the entire way through all kinds of ups and downs that just normally go along with church leadership, gone through some difficult things with us as a board, and has just done fantastic. And I would say that what Chris brings most to the board is a strong sense of loyalty. He's somebody that I consider a friend, in addition to being a colleague. And as you know, his wife, Lynn, wherever she went, I thought she keeps moving. She brings just a wonderful dimension to the worship team. She's doing a fantastic job. And as much as I was happy to play today, and I'll play for Easter Sunday, don't get used to it. She's the worship leader, not me. And she's doing a great job. So we're glad for them. Their team, their partners. And then lastly, Jack Ouweleen. Where you at, Jack? Come on up. Now, since coming to Northstar, Jack and Nancy have become an integral part of the ministry of the church. You've seen that. Been involved in lots of different things. And I kept Jack until, come on over here, Jack. You be my friend. You don't have to stand there. I kept Jack until last because this past week I had the pleasure of going with Jack to test for his credentials in the Church of God. Yeah, that's exciting. Hey, that's a big deal. It's a lot of study. It's a lot of travel back and forth to Yakima, or no, it was Kennewick, yeah. every month to do classes and studying at home. A huge examination you've got to take in order to receive credentials in the Church of God. And I'm happy to announce today that Jack passed his examinations. He passed them with flying colors, without even hardly any difficult questions afterwards in his interview. And he has been granted his first ministry credentials in the Church of God, which is called an exhorter's license. And that means that he could pastor a church if he wanted to. He can preach, he can marry people, he can perform funerals, all the things that pastors do. And in anticipation of him passing his examination Monday, because we knew he would, was there ever a doubt, Nancy? He said you did doubt. Where's she at? Oh, I thought she said no. She did doubt a little bit, but we knew he'd pass. I was a little bit nervous. But in anticipation of that, we've been working here at Northstar to craft a new pastoral role on our team for Jack. And that role is our newly created position of something called an executive pastor. You may have heard that term before. It's very common in a lot of churches. And Jack will begin today being the Northstar Church executive pastor. It's a responsibility mainly for the business side of the church. So if you're familiar with that, he's going to be dealing with a lot of the things in the office, serving on the council, overseeing financial systems. Occasionally he'll preach, as he's going to do today, head up assimilation systems such as membership. You've seen him do Ouweleen, and things like property management, kind of the business side of what the church does. And so this morning, after having taught each member of the council the secret handshake, I'm excited to present them to you as the current Board of Elders or as the current Pastor's Council. Give them a hand, okay? All right. And after church, come back and we'll take a picture here all together. Okay, hopefully they got some shots while we were talking. All right, you three can go. You can't. You're here. All right. So I thought it would be fitting to ask Jack to preach today on his very first Sunday of being who? Pastor Jack. Come on, it kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah. And on behalf of Northstar Church, on behalf of the current Pastor's Council and all the leadership here at the church, Jack, before you preach, we just want to present you this gift that we had made for you. And I apologize for forgetting the junior. I didn't know that. He just told me this past week he wants junior on everything. And we monogrammed this new Bible for him without the junior, but I think he'll still know who it's for when he looks at it. Get a chance, if you can, after church to take a look at it. It says Jack Ouweleen, and it has a cross on it, and it's beautiful. But just a little something from us. I remember when I first got ordained, I received a Bible. I keep a Bible on my pulpit all the time to remind me of my calling, and that's what that's for. It's to remind you of your calling, to preach and to lead, and also to remind you that you have a church and a team here that is behind you, that loves you, that supports you, and that most importantly believes in you. We're thrilled to have you, Jack. You're a blessing to our church already. And we're going to let him preach if he can.